Hi guys, it's me Samantha, and we are going to rank the palettes that I've been using in the last 2 months. I haven't done a video like this ever before. I've seen Annette's Makeup Corner do it, also like Angelica Nyquist that I love so much, Karen Harris, and so yeah, let's just jump on the bandwagon. If you're new to my channel, my name is Samantha. I'm a mom of 3 and I work full-time. I'm a makeup enthusiast and I don't take myself too seriously, and neither should you. If you like these types of videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because you'll be seeing lots of videos like this. Let's get started. So I'm gonna start with the least favorite one to the one I'm enjoying the most now. I'm gonna say the word enjoyable because the way you enjoy things changes all the time because your taste change, the season changes. Sometimes things are just more fitting to a certain time of the year or the vibe that you're feeling at the moment, the trends that are going on at the moment. So I don't think any of these palettes are horrible palettes. I just think that maybe I wasn't as excited to play with them as some of the other ones. So with that being said, I think that's the little disclaimer of this. We're gonna talk about some of these palettes. So the first one I want to talk about, which was not as fun to play with as I thought it was going to be, is the LA Girl Main Stage Desert Dream eyeshadow palette. The packaging is super cute, and I was really excited about this palette. It has a great mirror, the packaging is nice, and the colors inside looked beautiful, but it wasn't as impressive as it seemed. So I just want to say off the bat, the black in here is it's not great. It's powdery, it makes a mess, everything starts to look very muddy when you use it, and really kind of the same with any of the purples in here. The shimmers you can kind of make work, but they're very dull satins, so they weren't very spectacular. I found that these right here, the blues and the green mattes, really great quality, showed up nicely on my skin without a white base. And these shimmers here were really nice and flaky. They do have a little bit of fallout, so you do want to make sure you're doing your eyes first with this palette. It was okay. I was really hoping to use some of the colors here, and I was disappointed to find that I could not really get them to work properly. The other thing is that the names are not actually on the palette, they're on this plastic, so you kind of need to hold on to this if you want to remember the shade names that you're using. So that was kind of, you know, not cool. So those are my feelings on that palette. The next one is an oldie. I just was inspired to pull out. This is the Anastasia Soft Glam. This is not a bad palette. I liked using this. I used it on very boring days when I was going to work, and it works fine for that. And really that's all I have to say. It's a great formula. The packaging is beautiful. We all know ABH does it really nice. But it's a very not all-inspiring palette. It's just easy to use. If you're a beginner person and you just want to do something really quick, or you're just going to wearing makeup for work all the time, this is a great palette. The next one is the Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette. This is what she looks like. I actually do want to do a video at some point kind of playing with some more palettes from them. I have a couple other ones that are brand new to me. They're not new, but they're new to me. I felt like the black in here was good. All the mattes were really nice. The shimmers were a little messy. That's all I really had to complain about. They're just a little crumbly, a little messy. And then this one right here, which I was really excited to use, it's called Crystal. It's like that classic green with a burgundy base that I love. It's just a little bit more sheer than I would have liked. It's still very pretty. yeah, it's a little sheer. That was my only complaint. It wasn't horrible. It was just a little messy. I tend to do my eyes last, so that sometimes can kind of be frustrating to me if I'm doing it last and they're kind of messy and all over the face. You know, now I know that about this palette, so when I want to reach for this, I'm going to have to do my eyes first. Which, you know, sometimes when you kind of get out of your routine, it kind of stinks a little. That's the only thing. There's nothing actually wrong with the palette. The next one is, I'm surprised I'm going to put it at this kind of area of things, but it's going to be and it's really truly just because the color story. It is not the quality. This is the Natasha Denona mini love palette. I really like this. The only thing is that you really can only get 1 or 2 looks out of it. So, but that's all it's really meant to be for. So I'm not like hating on it whatsoever. I think this is a really great palette. I love how small and compact this is. Easy to travel. I have no complaints with Natasha Denona in this. It's just the color story isn't as fun. So anyways, these 2 palettes I think are the same. They're kind of the same. So this is the Poppy Cosmetics See You Never, and this is what she looks like. I actually really like this palette. I think the mattes worked pretty decent. They're not like phenomenal, but for pastels they work pretty good. And then the shimmers were really nice. I especially like this green. Oh my goodness, I thought that was so fun. This blue is really fun. This is a really good indie brand. I think they're really decent. They're not gonna be like shouting from the rooftop type of formula, but I think the color story was beautiful, and I think that the formulas are good. And it's just that it's gonna be perfect for the springtime. Yeah, I feel like all of these are kind of all in the same kind of space, because they're all really good. So this is the BH Cosmetics Los Angeles palette, and the reason why I was like this one and the last one are the same is because they're pretty much like the same color story. Let me hold them up next to each other. You know, they're very similar, and I would even say they're kind of similar to that LA Girl one. This one's really beautiful too. I love the shimmers in BH. Has amazing shimmers. The mattes are good in here. I just don't have enough of them. So that is my only complaint. So that's that shimmer from the BH one. Yeah, so this is a really cute palette. I just wish it had a couple more mattes in it. It was just missing a little bit of that for me in particular. Next I'm going to put the Beauty Bay Pastels palette. This is a really cute palette, and I don't know, people were talking trash about it, and I was kind of nervous when I ordered this over the Super Bowl sale because people were not like very happy with it. But I will tell you, I'll insert a photo here of me wearing this like mint green shade here all over the lid, and it looks so beautiful and pigmented on my skin. And I will tell you, I did not wear a white base on my lid that day with this shadow. I feel like this works really well. I think this is a cute palette. I don't see anything wrong with this if you're looking for a pastel palette for the spring and like Easter and all of that. It's really cute. Next will be the Club Nebula with Angelica Nyquist. I like this palette. I don't know if I just haven't had enough time to play with it than the last 2 that I'm going to mention. But this is what she looks like. I have a video on this one as well. And it's really, I'm just going to drop this a little so you can see it without the glare. This is a beautiful palette. I like it a lot. I think Kaleidos has a beautiful formula, and there's really nothing to complain about with this palette. The packaging is beautiful, although it is a little thick, but I mean, it's gorgeous packaging. So I really did like that. There's nothing wrong with it. The next one, you're going to probably be really surprised because I do tend to gravitate towards colored shadows, but this one just shook me. So this is the, I bought a bunch of Glam palettes. I haven't used majority of them. This one is one that I have used. This is the Deep Feelings one, which kind of gives me like that, I don't know, kind of gives me like a glam, like Natasha Denona Glam palette vibes. It kind of reminds me of the ColourPop Smoke something palette, whatever, you know, those dark cool tone palettes. But the formula in this is really, really beautiful. The shimmers are stunning, and this black, I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe it. I think I used the Beauty Bay palette, the Book of Magic, and I used the black in there, and it was fine, but I just felt like there were certain areas where it was a little patchy, and I just added this black, and it was like better. It was better. So like, this is a really good palette, and I was really shook and surprised. I think I want to do a video wearing this palette, whether it be YouTube or try to do an IG video. I haven't done one of those yet. So yeah, this is a really, really cute palette. If you like grungy, dark, smoky kind of vibe, this is a great one. And then the last one, I'm cheating a little bit because it's a palette I kind of put together myself from Give Me Glow. So I think it has one Menagerie shadow in it, and this is what she looks like. And I use this for Valentine's. I know it's not pink, it's not red, it's not your classic, but I wore something I like, and my husband thought I looked cute in it too. This palette was everything. It was everything I wanted. It has the greens, it has the blues, and yeah, it's really, you can tell my personality of my favorite colors when you look at this, and I love this palette. I loved using it. I'm gonna have to put it away because if not, I will use just this. So yes, those are all the palettes that I used this past 2 months, which is actually not that many. And I think I'm gonna try doing kind of like a Shop My Stash, so that I can kind of rotate through some of my eyeshadow palettes a little bit more. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. That tells me you don't want to see this anymore, and that's fine. And yeah, until next time, love you guys. Bye.